Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna give you a dribbling football drill that you can perform at home, and I think all you need is a ball and like 5 cones maximum, or anything that can act as a cone. 5 minutes of light jogging around a small area. This is a field, and it doesn't have to be a big field. So the field you're using for this drill doesn't have to be big. I'll put a photo of my field up here. It's not that large, but it will do the job. And you want to do a little bit of light jogging around this area, and you also do some dynamic stretching just to get your blood flowing. And next up, you want to create a grid with 4 cones, a grid and around a meter length, meter in width. And in this grid, you're just going to be working on your small touches, working on your touches from the air, working on your touches from a wall. You can pass the ball from the wall and work on your touches from there. And so you want to be doing that for 5 minutes. Nextly, you want to set up the cones in a straight line. You want to keep them. You want to set them up in a straight line around 30 centimeters apart. Depends. You can do 30 to 50 centimeters, like half a meter apart. And you want to do high knees over them. You want to move around them. You want to get your footwork flowing, so that you can get in the flow of dribbling and moving your feet quickly. Next up, you want to set a line of 5 or 4 cones at about, let's say, half a meter apart, 30 centimeters apart. It depends on your skill level, how wide apart the cones are. And you want to create a straight line of these cones, and you just want to dribble around the cones. And remember, use both feet, combine both feet while you're dribbling. And you can also change the speed as time goes on. Now you want to set up your cones in a figure 8 diagram, which is like, I'll show you up here on the screen. It's like an 8, and you want to dribble around. You want to improvise. You're going to do some cuts around the lines. You want to dribble around the cones, and this trains you to improvise on the spot while you're dribbling. This also trains you to dribble in different directions. You're not always going to be dribbling straight in a straight line. And you want to do this for 5 minutes. Nextly, you want to set 1 cone. I think I use 1 cone in this video, but you can use 2 or 3. You want to set 1 cone, and you want to go 1v1 against it. You want to use different skills every time. You can do some body feints. You can do some croquetas, la croquetas. You can do some chops. And I just want you to do some 1v1s against them and treat it as a defender. And that defender is, the defender is not just the cone. Think of it as a person standing there. So if you're dribbling too close to the cone, think of it like the real defender would actually take away the ball from you. So while you're doing this drill, think in a real game situation. Next up, you want to do the cone dribbling drill again, and the ones in a straight line. This time you could go maybe a little faster. You can alternate things around. And you want to do this for 5 minutes. Nextly, you want to arrange the cones in a zigzag formation. And you want to dribble around them. And obviously you can improvise. You can go inside or outside of the cone. You can go quick, slowly. You can change up the speed. Remember to use both feet and to change and improvise. And yeah, alternate the speed. And these cones, they don't have to be that far apart. You can make them further apart if you're less skilled in dribbling, and closer apart if you want to give yourself a larger challenge. Nextly, you want to go back to the straight line cone formation, and you want to do some speed dribbling. You want to go quicker in those cones, around those cones, and you want to have quicker touches, more touches. And this just trains you to get into game speed and make it realistic, because remember, when you're training dribbling, you have to make sure that it's as realistic to a game situation as possible. Now in this in my drill, I've created a little grid and I'm doing some in-game scenarios. So I'm receiving the ball from the wall and I'm protecting it, or I'm glancing over quickly and getting out into one direction and cutting into one direction. Finally, you wanna cool down for 5 minutes. You wanna do some light jogging around the field. You wanna do some static stretches this time. You have to focus on more static stretches, which means you're not moving, you're just standing there stretching. It's important because you want to prevent cramps and soreness from after this training session, and make sure that you leave nicely stretched and you feel good after training and not sore. I hope you enjoyed that little video on a dribbling routine you can do at home. I was inspired to create this video because many people don't have much area to work with or much equipment to work with while training football, and they need a routine that can be easily done at home and doesn't need much equipment. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, but yeah, it feels good to upload again, and I'll see you in the next video.